To me, it sounds like you're trusting in your performance to get you to heaven, at least partly.
This position that I'm holding, this is what the early fathers believed. So
It's actually not what the early fathers believed. But again, they're not our authority. The Bible is authority, but that's definitely not what the early fathers believed. I'll give you an example. Hilary of Poitiers. This was forgiven by Christ through faith because the law could not yield, for faith alone justifies. St. Basil the Great, for this is perfect and pure boasting in God, when one is not proud of account of his own righteousness, but knows that he is indeed unworthy of the true righteousness, and has been justified solely by faith in Christ. St. Jerome says, when an ungodly man is converted, God justified him through faith alone, not on account of good works, which he possessed not. Cyril of Alexandria, it is not because of works, but because of faith alone that God granted us justification. This is sounding exactly like the Apostle Paul. Ambrosita, God has decreed that a person who believes in Christ can be saved without works. By faith alone, he receives forgiveness of sins. Chrysostom says, it seemed to them incredible that a person who had misspent all his former life in vain and wicked actions should afterwards be saved by his faith alone. This sounds like you. You think it's crazy. Someone can be saved by faith alone? Chrysostom saying, yeah, this is the biblical message. The early church largely did not believe in faith and works for salvation.
for all the ones you just showed, there are plenty of other early church fathers that are saying exactly what I'm saying.
So
But
then, who are you going to believe? They don't all agree on the same things. So it sounds like they shouldn't be any sort of ultimate authority for you because they all disagree with each other. I think it's best to go to the Bible. And the Bible has clearly said what we've talked about to the one who doesn't work, but believes in him who justifies the ungodly, his faith is counted as righteousness. Why not just believe it right now? Abandon your position. Find salvation today by no longer trusting in your obedience, but trusting in Jesus to save you.
well, I mean, the reason that I would trust certain church fathers because Ignatius, he was the student of the Apostle John, correct?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that he necessarily interpreted everything correct either. But he doesn't believe works save us. But the point is, why would you trust Ignatius more than the Apostle Paul?
Because Ignatius learned directly under the disciple.
You think Ignatius is clearer than Paul. You think an uninspired man is clearer than the inspired apostles. My discussion with you is similar to my discussion with Muslims, where they say, no, it can't be a free gift like that. It's got to be something based on my obeying of Allah and keeping his rules. Your position is actually more aligned with Islam than with the Bible at this point.